Hello, people. Um, I was called to tell you guys a story about something that actually really happened to me one year. This was back probably in '99, high school. It was like probably, you know, right around this time in September. So, actually. And it's a very hard story to tell. And back in high school, I had a friend, and God knows, like, all I've ever really wanted, ever really was, one good friend in my life. And it's just like still a continued wish to this day. But, um, yeah, so anyway, we went to the same school, and, we were just like socially awkward the same way, had the same kind of funny attitude and everything like that. And so, you know, her parents were war veterans that had locks on the doors, had their windows nailed shut type to mother, father. Had crap everywhere, had an old ass house and everything. So this is like in Minnesota, Carlos Avery area, of course, the very haunted woods of Carlos Avery, Minnesota. But so what happened was we were swinging on a swing set together, just like this. And we were just chatting. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, waiting for our weed dealer. And anyway, we were swinging pretty good and just chatting. And all of a sudden, I was talking, and I look over and she's gone. All right. Completely disappeared. The swing's still swinging. She didn't jump off. Obviously, I would have saw her something, but she was completely gone. Right. And I didn't know what to do, because I knew that where we were at was a pretty creepy, haunted area full of weird shit that always happens. And so yeah. Anyway, I stayed there and for about 2 hours waiting for her. I sat in the car, and and she came back. She had these yellow eyes that were just wide and glowing and yellow and bright and beaming, and it's just like piercing, and she had this crazy giggle. It's like, okay, so I'll take you home since it's almost daylight outside. And it goes pretty much to see the twilight sunrise and everything. Anyway, and I go home, and things happen within the 2 weeks that happened there. And let's just say she got like being bullied about things that I didn't want to believe, and I was in denial of, and I was pretty much in denial that anything really ever happened to her, because I was actually kind of scared of the truth of what might have been true. So anyway, yeah, 2 weeks later, it was probably like September 11th or something like that. I was at her house, and mind you that her parents have like 9 locks on their doors. She got like 9 keys to the house, and every window is nailed shut, right? There was this demon white beast thing, right? It was strange. It was humanoid, but it had no face and just like a mouth and arms, and it was completely white and shining. And it's crazy. Anyway, we were parked in front of her house, and all of a sudden, just God started talking to me, right? And told me to turn on the headlights. And so I did that. And the thing looked like it was out to get something, right? But when I turned the headlights on, completely disappeared, right? Just disappeared and just vanished within the light with the lights turning on. And her younger nephew that was staying there, named Sebastian, a cute kid, was outside, and it was really early in the morning. So, and he was playing with this white beast thing. And there's no way that kid could have got out of the house. And he said he just was outside. You know, he didn't have no explanation of how he got outside. He said he just was outside. The doors were locked. Everything was locked. There's no way he could have got out. So, anyway, very, very strange things that I incurred as I was getting old. Now, the crazy thing also, you know, she brought him inside and came out, and of course, you know, once again had those yellow eyes and stuff, and came back in the car. And anyway, the white beast came back out from the other side of where he was running from, and we saw it again. We all screamed. And he like grew wings and then like just kind of disappeared, coming towards us, towards our windshield. Of course, I'm in the driver's seat going, what the fuck? And everybody was going, what the fuck? And stuff. And so, yeah. And not long afterwards, what those rumors and gossip was about, when they were bullying her and I was actually standing up for her, it ended up being true out of the old, you know, the mouth of the Sebastian that was the little kid, you know. So I don't want to get into detail of what those were. So anyway, but let's just say that I hung out with this girl every day during the whole school year, and then throughout the summer, and then into the next school year, and then into the September and Halloween and everything. Yeah, so ended up being true, and then I just departed ways real quick after that. There's quite a few other stories I can tell that happened in between time and meantime too that was just outlandishly insane. So it's one big reason why I do what I do. I have witnessed really very strange things. So I'll keep telling stories about it. But let's just say that God told me that it would happen when I spoke to God, that this would happen. And he also said that I could have saved her if I wanted to. But I declined on that offer. And it was, I don't know if it's a regretful thing, because she was the one friend that I've had ever, you know, probably a friend I could have gotten back to somehow, some way, you know, but being just like we're just two weirdos out there. So anyway, it's a beautiful sunset, and thank you for listening on to my ramble story. Appreciate it.